What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
The characters of Archie Comics are all so different and unique that it's really interesting to compare them. But which one is your favorite? Well, according to fans of Archie, Betty, Veronica, and Jughead, these are the most loved and hated Riverdale characters. Oh, and there's one that is both, but watch till the end to find out who's the character that confuses most fans. Loved, Fred Andrews. Fred Andrews is without a doubt one of the most loved Riverdale characters. When the actor Luke Perry lost his life in 2020 because of a stroke, he left Riverdale fans devastated and heartbroken. His character on the show was the loving, dependable dad to Archie, KJ Apa. So far, we haven't met a character that is kinder than Fred. Here's an instance. Remember when Archie's KJ Apa's sophomore year was really rocky? He was going through a lot, and he had this summer fling with his music teacher, Geraldine Grundy, Sarah Habel. However, Archie was also confused about which way to go when it comes to his career. He had two options, athletics or music, and Fred honestly considered athletics over art. However, we truly saw how good of a person Fred is when we built Archie his own music studio by soundproofing the garage. Hated, Hermione Lodge. In the first season of Riverdale, Hermione was, not a loved character, but she was one of the characters that we simply could stand. However, in the following seasons, she turned into this unsympathetic persona that bored the hell out of us. According to most fans, the reason most fans hate her is solely her husband, Hiram. His coming to town turned this interesting character into a boring person that we can't stand. Also, her transformation from a mother to a criminal was too fast, and even though there were some bits where she really was good to Veronica, she found her place on the most hated characters in our video. Do you guys agree with this?
How's that sound, mi amor?
Sounds wonderful. But I won't be joining you. See, I've also decided to make a life change.
Loved, Betty Cooper. Who doesn't love Betty Cooper? You can't feel hate for this good girl with a dark side, and with every new season Riverdale offers, we find out something new and interesting about her. We've met Betty as this sweet and innocent girl in the first season of the show, but in the following seasons, we saw that deep down, she hides her really dark side. That honesty came as a surprise to most fans. Also, as an ambitious journalist, Betty's character is always looking for the truth, but her naive personality involves her in some risky and dangerous situations.
During Hedwig, Archie and I kissed. Once, only once, I swear.
Hated, Jason Blossom. No. Fans don't have a problem with Cheryl's brother, Jason Blossom, but they do have a problem with his corpse. We all know how much Cheryl loves Jason. She mentions this every 5 minutes, but come on, people. The whole storyline is already creepy. Jason has been gone for so long, but he's still one of the biggest problems in the show. It was perfectly fine in the first season, but he kept being an issue in season 4 when Cheryl had issues with her mental health. We simply think the show could have found something else for Cheryl to be in this kind of situation. Just to be clear, we understand that he was the only person Cheryl could fully trust, and we can't even imagine the pain she went through when losing her loving twin, but having him involved in every season is simply too much. Do you guys agree? Loved, Jughead Jones. Fans absolutely love Jughead. His intelligence and sarcasm are perfectly mixed that he'll make you fall in love the second you see him. And of course, as a writer, he has his way with words. He's also very forgiving, as he was quick to forgive Betty and Archie's so-called affair. Now, here's a debate that has been going on the internet for a long time. Most fans believe that Betty simply doesn't deserve Jughead. Do you guys agree with this? Nevertheless, he is truly a lovable character, and the moment we found out about his very rough past since childhood, we fell in love with him even more. Then, based on how awful his dad is, Jughead always finds the will to respect him no matter what. According to most fans, not everyone thinks that Betty involves all the mystery when it's actually Jughead. And last but not least, we have Cole Sprouse portraying this character. It can't be better than this.
You didn't do stuff to the body, did you, after?
It's called necrophilia, Reggie. Can you spell it?
Hated, Brett Weston Wallace. Remember when Jughead was accepted to Stonewall Prep? It's really difficult to forget since everyone did everything to make him feel awful, especially Brett Weston Wallace. There are no words to explain how much hate we felt for this character, and when he locked Jughead in a coffin and tried to force him into leaving the school. But there were feelings of satisfaction when Betty clonked him over the head with a golf club, and when Jughead beat him in the game of murder. Still, he will always stay on the list of most hated Riverdale characters. Loved, Cheryl Blossom. When fans first met Cheryl in season 1 of Riverdale, they hated this popular girl that was mean to everyone. But the more seasons followed, we found out more about her and how she's this lonely and isolated girl that needs just a little affection. So far, fans have put her on the list of the most loved members of Riverdale, and according to some, she's even the most loved character on the show. She's really sassy, and her dynamic character is something truly unique that we can't see in anyone else on the show. Also, her wardrobe and many other reasons. Feel free to comment why you like her, or why you don't.
But I don't want you to have to choose between your family and me. And perhaps if I'm successful, you won't have to.
Hated, Donna Sweet. Probably the most suspicious character in Riverdale, Donna Sweet is not sweet at all. One thing about her is certain, though. She is the brain behind the master plans. Remember when she drugged Jughead and tried to ruin his weekend with Betty by dressing up as a killer rabbit? What was that? Long story short, fans don't really like her and her way of dealing with things. Loved, Archie Andrews. Archie Andrews of Riverdale is known as one of the best characters on the show. Despite his sometimes impulsive and dumb decisions, he's a good guy, and the handsome jock-turned-musician has a pure heart. What most fans can't forget is when he saved Cheryl's life. This is probably the most selfless thing that happened in Riverdale. Cheryl wasn't always good to him, but he had no doubts when life was in danger. Cheryl could not cope with the loss of her twin brother and attempted to kill herself by jumping into a frozen river. Archie broke his hand by punching through the ice to save Cheryl without a thought.
Honestly, I can't stop thinking about you, Betty. I've tried, but it's impossible.
Hated, Penny Peabody. Penny Peabody turned into an enemy of the Serpents after the gang left her out. She carved her tattoo off with a knife, and she was a problem to Jughead on several occasions. At one point during the show, Jughead almost lost his life because of her. He sacrificed himself to stop an all-out gang war in Chapter 34, Judgment Night. Archie and Veronica also faced some struggles because of this character. Thanks to Gladys, her character was soon disgraced as Jughead's mother beat her twice. Hated and loved? Veronica Lodge is probably one of the most complex characters in Riverdale. It's no wonder why fans' opinions are divided when it comes to her personality. But we were quite surprised when we found out that most fans don't really like Veronica. The entire situation with the Lodge family might be the reason she's often put on the list for most hated characters in Riverdale. And according to many fans, she was great in season 1, but in the following seasons, her characters turned into this cold-hearted persona. She's often self-centered, and she always believes that her father is the perpetrator of every crime. But there are also fans that love her dark nature. Which side are you on? Don't forget to share your opinion in the comments. Also, is there any character that we forgot but was worth mentioning? Let us know.
I doubt these will have much traction with Minetta.
I won't go to Minetta. I'll go to the FBI. Oh, and also, I want $10,000 a week in perpetuity.
If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.